Good morning! Welcome to my channel, Winging It with Ash. I am Ash, and as you can see, I am not in Paris anymore. As you can hear, I am not in Paris anymore. I have been invited to come with Laura and her family to Brittany, France, which I have never been to before, to enjoy beaches, tiny French towns, an Airbnb out in the middle of nowhere, and it is going to be amazing. So in all honesty, I don't know what this week will hold. We are all looking forward to visiting and exploring Brittany, which is a region in France that I've never been to before. But I do know there are amazing beaches, cider is the thing to drink here, and I am just gonna wing it. I usually like to teach you guys things in these videos, so I'll try to pick some things up along the way. But in all honesty, I am learning and exploring, yeah, with you all. Like, I don't know what's to come. But I think the best place to start is where we are staying. We have rented an Airbnb. It's kind of, I think, a conversion of an old farmhouse or a barn out in the middle of beautiful fields here in France. It is very well done and super duper cozy. French town that we've come to is called Denon, and it is an old medieval town. It is so cute. The roads are so small. The old town is adorable, and we started out by getting some pastries in a delicious pastry shop.
Moi, je vais prendre un croissant, s'il vous plaît. Oui. Et aussi un beignet Nutella. Oh, do you want
no, raspberry.
Raspberry.
Yeah.
En fait, pas Nutella, mais confiture de framboise. Oui.
In Brittany, a lot of these towns have been destroyed because of war, but here in Denon, it is known as a medieval town. Many of the buildings are still as they were or close to what they were back in medieval times or have been renovated since then, but they've done their best to kind of keep this town as historic as possible. This basilica behind me is to have believed to have been here since the 1100s, which is absolutely insane, mind-blowing. Like, every time I hear of things that old, it's incredible. But the inside, I cannot wait to see. The outside is already so ornate. It's gorgeous. These poor little guys, they're missing their heads. Gone. Where did the heads go? We've entered Chateau de Den, and it was $7.50 to get inside. We'll see what we can see. We have done no research ahead of time, so really don't have any understanding of what's here. It's all a surprise. this castle, they have interactive things. One of those things being this screen and this fake little gun where you can shoot the bird. I don't know, I'm not convinced that it actually works because we've tried like 4 or 5 times and we have not hit the bird. But there's something else I'm really excited about. There's an option over here to try on different things that they would wear while in battle. I've never done that before and I've always been curious, like how much can they see out of the little sliver on these hats? Or how heavy is it actually? I'm super curious and it's the first time I've ever tried one of these things on. Suit up. Suit up.
Never get your hair done before a fight. I'll save this for someone who loves me.
We've come to the very top of the castle, or the, I don't know. Oh, this isn't the top. You're at the top. Dang, false advertisement. This is the top. What? 360-degree views. I can confidently say that this morning I had no idea what to expect when coming to this town, but I can highly recommend it. I didn't know that there was a medieval area. I didn't know that there were going to be signs that explained all the beautiful historical facts, and I didn't know that there was a chateau here that I could visit. But all these things are incredible and have made me fall in love with this little French town, and I definitely would suggest it to you if you were in Brittany. We came down to a little area where there is a river in Denon, which I didn't even know about, but we had to take a very steep hill down to this area. We decided to stop for Crypts, which come from Brittany. Supposedly, the rumor is that some French woman back in the 1300s was making her breakfast, some porridge, and accidentally put it onto a kind of like oven stove and figured out that she could make crepes, and she liked it. And so she started making them and they became a thing. The other fun thing that happened was Laura and her mom ordered cider, which we know comes from Brittany, but what we didn't expect was that it came in these little terracotta bowls and they had to sip their cider out of these tiny little bowls. Such a fun little thing that terracotta comes from this area, and it's something that they used to serve drinks out of, which we weren't expecting, but it was just really quaint and cute. Laura said she felt like a cat. We've gotten home after a long day in Brittany. Laura and I have been making HelloFresh meals, not sponsored, but they've been so good here in France, except that all the instructions are in French. And so I've been the shopper, Laura's been the chef, and we've been making delicious meals while here, and it's been great. But I'm so exhausted, ready to go to bed, but there are so many more adventures to come, and I need to be well rested. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. How do you say good morning in French?
Bon matin, bonjour, bonjour.
Bonjour, bon matin. Close enough. Today I'm knocking something off my bucket list that I've had for a very, very long time. I've seen the most beautiful photos of this place and always wanted to come, but now, today is the day. And we drove a very short distance to go from Brittany to Normandy, and this is the most touristic place to visit here in Normandy. So, it's gonna be good. There are a few options of getting to Mont St Michel. The option we chose was to drive because we have a car. You can take a train, I believe, but we parked and then we were able to go to the information booth, which had an option for a free shuttle. You could pay for a shuttle with horses, and the option we chose is to walk. It's what, 30 minutes from the information booth? Not that far, and the view is absolutely stunning. Mont St Michel, as you can see right there, is about a kilometer walk on a little walkway over the water. So when the tide comes in, there is water everywhere, but when the tide goes out, it becomes sand and farmland, where little sheep are out just eating the grass, enjoying life with a spectacular view. Mont St Michel is not very big, being 17 acres all around in the area, but it makes up for it in the height because it goes from 16 to 262 feet on this island. So you were climbing a lot of stairs. We got audio guides in English, €3 each. And the tickets to get in were 11 euros each. So still not terrible for a super touristic place. I think those prices are very reasonable. Mont St Michel was built as and is currently a monastery where there are nuns living here and monks living here. Supposedly, I think in 2006 there were only like 5 monks and 6 nuns, so not very many. Actually, on the whole island in 2019 there were only, I think, 29 inhabitants on the whole island, including the monks and the nuns. According to the legend, this is where the original church was built. The legend from the 8th century is that 3 times Michael, the archangel, showed himself to the saint who built the original church on this mount, and it's been here ever since.
Comme nous l'avons appris du Sauveur, et selon son commandement, nous osons dire notre Père.
When coming to Mont St Michel, going to the Abbey is the thing to do. So you can buy tickets online ahead of time, or you can purchase them here. We purchased them here because the online option was not working, and it was fairly simple and the line was very easy. I also found inside the Abbey it was a really good place to get reprieve from the sun because it is very hot here, and because the Abbey is built into granite, it was very cool inside, which was really nice if it's a really, really hot day. Good morning. I am in Brittany still, and I've decided to go on a short bike ride. Laura and her parents went on a bike ride this morning, but it was about 50 kilometers, and I said, no way. I have laundry I need to do. I wanted to read some of my book, and I have my video to get out, so I decided to stay at home. But now that all those things are done, my laundry is drying, I've decided to go into the small French town that we are living by. I have no idea what's there. I could walk, but it is a very hot day. It's past 90 degrees today. It's supposed to be over 90 degrees. I guess that's the way you say it. So it's gonna be a hot one. And I thought taking a bike, because I mean, I bought a bike, why not take it into town, would be the coolest way of getting there. Cool, like, cool person, but also like cool because of the wind. Two ways. Okay, let's go. It is a hot one, and there are a few hills, but it's a very short ride. I'm just super out of shape. This town, they have a big church, which is common in French towns, and that looks like where I'd like to go for a drink. We've come to a beach outlook. It is stunning. The rocks just come out into the water so that the water is on either side of you. There are sailboats, little boats that like are fast. I don't know what they're called. Anyhow, it is absolutely beautiful, and I am so surprised at the water, the color of the water. It is so incredibly blue. I had no idea, France. I had no idea. At first the water seemed shockingly cold, but after being in here a few seconds, it does not feel shockingly cold. I feel like I could probably swim in this, although I don't want to get my clothes all wet, and I have a backpack on and a camera. There's a lot of things that are stopping me and excuses that I have. But it is absolutely lovely and the best way to cool off on a hot summer's day. A bunch of little fish. What are they called? Fries when they're that little. There's tons of them, and they're just hanging out where everybody's swimming. What if you were terrified of fish being around you?
Yeah, I am a little.
Well,
Nearby.
yeah, where's the mommy and daddy fish? I freaking love the beach. Being in the water, being on the beach with everybody just enjoying themselves, enjoying the water, hanging out, having fun. It is definitely my happy place. I know I've said that before, but it's so true. I am a water baby, and I told Laura, like, I just inched closer and closer to the water and ended up getting my clothes all wet, and then it doesn't matter if I go in. Didn't happen this time. I had a little more self-control, but that's usually the way it happens. Well, that's it. My time in Brittany, France is over. I had an amazing time with Laura and her family, but today I am headed to Paris on a train all by myself because tomorrow I am headed to my brand new life. Like, my life from today as I know it is going to completely change by tomorrow. kind of terrifying, but super exciting. I have to go to Paris to pick up everything I own and bring it to a new country. So I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more adventures and to see what my new life is gonna look like. I'll see you in the next one.